Welcome to the early days of 2025, a fresh chapter, a clean slate, and the perfect opportunity to set the tone for an incredible year ahead. Right now, you hold the power to shape the next 365 days into something extraordinary. But let's be real, big changes don't come from overwhelming resolutions or fleeting bursts of motivation. They come from small intentional steps that build momentum over time. In today's episode, we're diving into 10 easy steps to transform your life this year. This year, and just lofty ideas, they're practical habits you can start today to create a year filled with growth, balance, and fulfillment. Whether you want to improve your health, relationships, career, or mindset, these steps will help you take control and move forward with confidence and purpose. So grab a notebook or just tune in, because 2025 is here, and it's time to make it your strongest, most intentional year. Yet let's get started. Lesson 1. Imagine your perfect year. Before you take any action, start with a vision. Imagine what your perfect year could look like. Every detail, every goal, every success. This isn't just a daydream, it's the foundation for everything you'll build in 2025. Think of it as mapping out your destination before setting off on your journey. Picture yourself at the end of 2025. What would make you proud? Maybe it's finally landing that promotion, improving your fitness, building stronger relationships, or achieving financial stability. Whatever it is, take a moment to visualize it clearly. Close your eyes and see yourself there, feeling accomplished, fulfilled, and grateful for the steps you've taken to get there. Once you have that vision, write it down. Grab a journal or a piece of paper and list your goals for work, health, relationships, and finances. Be specific. Instead of saying, "I want to be healthier," write, "I will exercise 3 times a week and cook more meals at home." Instead of saying, "I want to save money," I will save 10% of every paycheck for a travel fund. Clarity turns dreams into actionable goals. Visualization is powerful because it gives your mind a clear target to focus on. It's not just about setting goals, it's about feeling what success looks like. When you imagine your perfect year, you're priming your brain to recognize opportunities and take action that align with your vision. Think of this process like planting seeds. Every goal you set is a seed for the future, and every small action you take will help it grow. But to nurture these seeds, you need focus and consistency. Without a clear vision, it's easy to drift through the year reacting to whatever comes your way instead of intentionally creating the life you want. There's a practical tip: break your vision into smaller milestones. If your goal is to get fit, set a milestone to run your first 5K by March or to work out 12 times in January. These smaller wins keep you motivated and give you something to celebrate along the way. And don't forget to check in with your vision regularly. Set aside time every month to review your goals and track your progress. Ask yourself, am I moving closer to the person I want to by the end of this year? If the answer is yes, keep going. If not, adjust your actions. It's never too late to realign. Imagining your perfect year isn't just an exercise in optimism, it's a powerful way to start your journey with intention. As you visualize your future self, remember the person you want to become in 2025 is built by the choices you make today. So dream big, write it down, and take the first step toward your best. You're at Lesson 2. Declutter your space and mind. Before you can fully embrace the possibilities of a new year, you need to let go of what's holding you back. This isn't just about cleaning your physical environment, it's about clearing the mental and emotional clutter that weighs you down. Decluttering your space and mind creates room for growth, focus, and clarity as you move forward in 2025. Start with your physical surroundings. A messy desk, overcrowded closet, or chaotic workspace doesn't just look unappealing, it subconsciously affects your energy and motivation. Imagine walking into a room that's clean, organized, and filled only with things that serve a purpose or bring you joy. That sense of order allows your mind to focus on what truly matters. Here's how to get started. Take it step by step. Decluttering your entire home in one day is overwhelming, so tackle one area at a time. Start with your desk, your closet, or even just a single drawer. Ask yourself 2 questions for each item. Does this serve a purpose? And does this bring me joy? If the answer is no, it's time to let it go. Adopt a 1 in 1 out rule. For every new item you bring into your space, remove an old one. This keeps clutter from creeping back into your life. But decluttering isn't just about your physical space, it's equally important to clear your mind. Negative thoughts, unresolved emotions and mental distractions can hold you back just as much as a messy room. Start by identifying the mental clutter that's draining your energy. Is it regret over past mistakes, worry about the future, self-doubt that keeps you stuck? Acknowledge these thoughts and commit to releasing them. A practical way to declutter your mind is through journaling. Set aside 10 minutes a day to write down your worries, frustrations, or anything else that feels heavy. Once it's on paper, you'll often find that these thoughts lose their power. You can also use this time to reflect on what's truly important, helping you prioritize your energy for the things that matter most. Another helpful practice is meditation or mindfulness. Spend a few minutes each day focusing on your breath or observing your thoughts without judgment. This simple habit helps you let go of mental clutter and creates a sense of calm and clarity. Decluttering also applies to your relationships and commitments. Are there people in your life who consistently drain your energy without offering support or positivity in return? Are you saying yes to obligations that don't align with your goals or values? It's okay to step back from relationships and activities that no longer serve you. By doing so, you create space for those that uplift and inspire you. Think of decluttering like pruning a tree. By removing the dead branches, whether they're physical items, negative thoughts, or toxic relationships, you allow new growth to flourish. You free your energy to focus on your goals and build the life you truly want. As you move forward, remind yourself, what I keep in my life should either help me grow or bring me joy. By letting go of what no longer serves you, you set the stage for a year of clarity, purpose, and transformation. Declutter your space and mind, and watch how much lighter and more focused you feel as you take on 2025. Lesson 3: Learn to say no. One of the most powerful habits you can develop for 2025 is learning to say no. It sounds simple, but for many of us, it's one of the hardest things to do. We say yes to things out of obligation, guilt, or fear of disappointing others, often at the expense of our own priorities and well-being. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying no to something that is. Saying no isn't about being selfish, it's about protecting your energy and focusing on what truly matters to you. It's about setting boundaries that allow you to pursue your passions, nurture your relationships, and take care of yourself. Think of it this way: your time and energy are finite resources. If you give them away to everything and everyone, you'll have nothing left for the things that are most important. Imagine you're invited to yet another social event that you don't really want to attend. Instead of reluctantly agreeing, you politely decline and use that evening to work on a personal project, spend time with your family, or simply relax. That small act of saying no creates space for what you truly value. The key to mastering this habit is understanding that you don't need to justify if why your no. A simple, polite response like "thank you for thinking of, but I can't commit to that right now" is enough. You don't owe anyone a detailed explanation for prioritizing your time and energy. Another important aspect of saying no is recognizing what drains your energy. Maybe it's unnecessary meetings, social obligations, or even favors that you're not in a position to fulfill. Take a moment to reflect on the things that consistently leave you feeling overwhelmed or unfulfilled. These are the areas where setting boundaries will have the greatest impact. Here's a practical exercise: write down your top 3 priorities for 2025. Things like advancing your career, improving your health, or spending more quality time with loved ones. Next, list activities and commitments that don't align with those priorities. This clarity makes it easier to identify when and where you need to say no. The Stoics often emphasize the importance of focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Applying this principle to your commitments means being intentional about how you spend your time and energy, ensuring that your actions align with your values. It's also important to remember that every no is really a yes to something else. When you decline a commitment that doesn't serve you, you're saying yes to more time for self-care, to working on your goals, and yes to a more balanced and intentional life. At first, saying no might feel uncomfortable, especially if you're used to people-pleasing, but with practice it becomes easier, and you'll likely find that most people respect your boundaries. In fact, by valuing your own time and energy, you set an example for others to do the same. Think of this habit as decluttering your calendar. Just as you remove physical clutter to create space in your home. You're removing unnecessary commitments to create space in your life, and that space is where growth, joy, and fulfillment can F.